Hi, are you going to work with your risk assessments in privacy? Then maybe this video could be a help for you because I will explain how the risk templates are working in the platform. In the risk module in privacy, we have worked with a concept we have named risk template. The risk template is a bunch of risk scenarios that you can select and include in your risk assessments. These risk scenarios are predefined and represent different types of scenarios that you need to be aware of when you make risk assessments and when you process, for instance, personal data. It's maybe not all of these risk scenarios that make sense to use in your organization, but you can select from the catalog and select those that make sense for you. You can of course make your own risk scenarios at the site and make a combination of predefined risk scenarios from privacy and your own. The next step is when you make your risk assessment, you will be presented for each of these risk scenarios that you have selected. And when you open each risk scenario, you will now see the risk scenario represented with information from the processing activity that you are risk assessing. This means that one scenario could look at in one way when you risk assess your payroll process, and it could look in another way if you risk assess your newsletter processing activity. So privacy are providing you with inputs from your processing activity documentation that can be relevant when you make risk assessments. In this way, the risk scenarios in the risk template is not just plain text, but they work for you and they work smarter, so it will be easier for you to make your risk assessments.